you, dear students? I hope everybody is fine. Let's not stop learning despite this COVID-19 pandemic. I am teacher Stella. I'm so glad to be with you in the next hour. I will be your guide in exploring our natural resources. Stay with me as we find out the proper ways of conserving and protecting these resources. Are you excited? What are you waiting for? Prepare now your pen and answer sheet. Sit down, enjoy as you watch the video. Do you know that humans are depleting the Earth's resources at an ever-increasing rate? The population of human beings has grown enormously in the past 2 centuries. Billions of people use up resources quickly as they eat food, build houses, produce goods, and burn fuel for transportation and electricity. Before we continue, let me present the 4 objectives for this lesson. First, identify the natural resources of the Earth. Second, show how humans maintain and restore the integrity and balance of an ecosystem. Third, illustrate how the natural resources of the Earth can be used wisely. Fourth, discuss specific technologies, activities to conserve, protect nature.
Moving on, let us answer first the following questions to test your prior knowledge about the lesson. You are given 5 seconds to answer each item. You may pause the video and press it if you are done. Write the letter of your answer on your answer sheet. 1. A natural resource is any material or element from the environment that humans blank. A. Has not created. B. Observe scientifically. C. Make for themselves. D. Use to meet their needs. Two. What do you call a resource that people can use again and again but its supply can be replaced? A. Renewable. B. Recyclable. C. Non-renewable. D. Unlimited. 3. The resource base varies in different parts of the world because resources are not blank. A. Sufficient to meet the needs of developed countries. B. Needed in the same amounts by all people. C. Taken from both land and water in all countries. D. Evenly distributed on the earth. 4. Which of the following is potentially renewable? A. Wood. B. Fish. C. Corn. D. All of them. 5. Which of the following metal, mineral is used to make electrical wires, hardware, and pipes? A. Bauxite. B. Copper. C. Gold. D. Tin. 6. Which pair of resources is renewable? A. Cotton and leather. B. Aluminum and iron. C. Soil and minerals. D. Coal and solar energy. 7. Why are coal, petroleum, and natural gas considered non-renewable resources if they were produced from plant and animal remains? A. It takes a very long time to produce them. B. Using them results in environmental problems. C. They are difficult to locate and explore from Earth. D. The Philippines is dependent on supply from other countries. Which of the following practices makes soil infertile? A. Use of fertilizer. B. Green manufacturing. C. Extensive agriculture. Or D. Use of compost matter. 9. Which of the following list of materials correctly match of which it was produced? A. Cans and knives is to farm. B. Leather shoes, spoon, and fork is to mines. C. Food products and house components is to mines. D. Paper and bags is to trees. Then, conservation of resources means blank. A. Not using it at all. B. Using resources wisely. C. Using it in a way that does not damage the environment. Or D. Both B and C. Let us check your answers. Number 1, A. 2A, 3D, 4D, 5B, 6A, 7A, 8C, 9D, 10D. Count your scores. Those who pass, congratulations. Those who failed, do not worry since we will be discussing this in the lesson. Let's explore more the natural resources that you have learned in your Araling Panlipunan. Planet Earth is made up of different things: air, water, plants, animals, soil, rocks, minerals, crude oil, and other fossil fuels. Sunlight and wind are also resources. These things are called natural resources because they are not made by people. Rather, they are gathered from nature. We use all these things to survive or satisfy our needs. To continue, let us identify the different pictures presented. You may answer it orally. First picture. Okay, the correct answer is waterfall. Second picture. It's windmill. Third picture. River valley. Very good. You're able to identify the pictures. Do you have similar resources in your area? The Philippines is considered rich in natural resources. We have fertile lands, high diversity of plants and animals, extensive coastlines, and rich mineral deposits. We have natural gas, coal, and geothermal energy. Wind and water are also harnessed for electricity generation.
This time, let's explore the types of resources. There are two types of natural resources on Earth: renewable and non-renewable. What is the difference between these two kinds of resources?
For renewable resources, these can be replaced or have the potential to be replaced over time. Examples are plants, animals, wind, solar, geothermal, and water. Plants are replaced by new ones after each harvest. Animals have the capacity to reproduce and are replaced when young animals are born. Water in the river or in a well may dry up, but when the rain comes, the water is replaced.
Wind and heat from the sun are always available. In Ilocos, the energy is generated from windmills, runs a motorized sugarcane press for the community's Moscovado sugar production. In Ilocos Norte, the windmills as high as 50 meters not only help improve the tourism, but also provide 40% of the energy requirements for electricity in the entire province. This proves that we don't have to be dependent on fossil fuel in our country. On the other hand, non-renewable resources are resources that cannot be replaced. They are in limited supply or once consumed cannot be replaced. Examples are soil, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and minerals. Soil comes from rocks and materials from dead plants and animals. It takes thousands of years to form it. It takes millions of years for dead plants and animals to turn into fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Minerals like gold, copper, and iron are used by people rapidly. As a summary on the types of natural resources, let me present the concept map. Types of natural resources are renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources can be replaced. Examples: plants, animals, wind, solar, and others. While non-renewable resources cannot be replaced. Examples: soil, coal, natural gas, minerals, and petroleum. Earth provides us with all the resources that we need, including the plants and animals that we consume as food. Abundant water that is essential for life, fertile and arable lands, precious minerals, and fossil fuels. However, some of these resources are only available in limited supply. These resources are being depleted faster than they can be replaced, and it will take millions of years to form these resources. Renewable resources can be exhausted by irresponsible human activities such as too much logging of trees in the forest. But if we allow the forest to recover before we start logging the trees again, our forest will be here for a long time and provide our needs. This is what sustainability is all about.
Sustainability is the practice of using the Earth's resources in a responsible manner that will allow the resources to be available for the present and future generation. The following practices promote sustainable use of natural resources. A. Practice 5 R's. First, refuse. Say no to single-use plastic such as straws. Whenever you order a drink, make it a habit to politely say, "No straw, please." Next, reduce. Reduce the amount of general waste you create. Instead of buying bottled water, use your reusable water container or bottle. Third, reuse. Practice using something again. You can remove gift wrappers carefully so that you can use it again. Don't throw your old books. They can be used by other people. Fourth, recycle. Turn materials in the same or different form that would otherwise be discarded as waste. For example, your old notebooks can be recycled for your paper. Fifth, recover. Convert waste into energy resources. Organic matter such as animal or food waste are broken down by microorganisms to produce biogas and biofertilizer. B. Save energy. Conserve energy by turning off the lights and other appliances when not in use. C. Renewable energy resources. Using wind, solar energy, and other renewable energy resources instead of burning fossil fuel. There are many ways that we can do to maintain sustainability of our resources. Reforestation is the practice of planting new trees in denuded forest. Use of alternative energy resources that are a lot cleaner and renewable. These are also easily harnessed from the environment, such as the sun's heat, wind power, flowing water, and heat from the earth. They do not emit air pollutants and carbon dioxide. Moreover, they are abundantly available in our country because of our geographic location on Earth. Hence, we must tap the rich renewable energy sources of the country for a clean environment and sustainable future. Each one of us should think about how to make things sustainable. Remember, the lives of future generations depend on how we use natural resources today. Or in your edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, etikang pangkalikasan and 10 utos para sa kalikasan were discussed. Etikang pangkalikasan goes this way. Ang bawat tao ay may pananagutan at tungkulin na pangalagaan ang kalikasan. Nag-uugat ito sa katotohanang nabubuhay tayo sa isang mundo. May tungkulin tayong ayusin ang ating paligid, hindi lang para sa ating sarili at kapwa, kundi para sa susunod na henerasyon.
Are you still with me? Let us master more the lesson through the activity entitled, How do people destroy natural resources? Write the effects on the column opposite the activities. An activity may have more than one effect. Do not forget to pause the video while doing the activity. Play it again if you are done. You may start now.
The first column are the activities. The second column, effects on natural resources. So first, when roads are built, mountains are blown off using dynamite. Second, rice fields are turned into residential or commercial centers. Third, people cut too many trees for lumber or paper or building houses. Next, more factories are being built to keep up with the demands of a fast-growing population and industrialization. Too much mining and quarrying for the purpose of getting precious metals and stones and gravel. Next, some farmers use too much chemical fertilizers to replenish soil fertility. 9. Plastics and other garbage are burned. 10. Cars, trucks, and tricycles that emit dark smoke can travel. Good job! You're able to identify the effects of these human activities presented. I knew you can do it. At this point, let's still enjoy the activity for us to process what we have learned in the lesson. Let's read and analyze the following statements. Write the word true if the statement is correct and false if it is incorrect. You're given 5 seconds to answer each item. Let's begin. Number 1. Natural resources are not made by people, rather, they are gathered from nature. Number 2. Conserving natural resources can make them last and be available for future generations. 3. Soil, coal, oil, and natural gas are renewable resources. 4. Soil can be replaced easily. 5. Plants, animals, and water are resources that can be replaced. 6. To conserve natural resources is to protect or use them wisely without wasting them or using them up completely. 7. Sunlight and wind are not considered resources. 8. It takes millions of years for dead plants and animals to turn into fossil fuels. 9. All resources used by humans are in endless supply. 10. Rain and flood wash away topsoil. Let's check your answers. Number 1, true. 2, true. 3, false. 4, false. 5, true. 6, true. 7, true. 8, false. 9, false. And then 10, true. Excellent! You're now ready for the next activity.
There is a quotation that goes this way: Earth is the only habitable planet. Save it. So how will you apply what you have learned in your community to save our planet? Are you ready to make a difference? Let us perform the activity entitled, Are You Ready to Make a Difference Day? Pause the video again while doing the activity, then play it if you are done. Use a separate sheet of paper for your output. What are you waiting for?
1. In your community, list 5 activities you have done that help conserve natural resources. Discuss your list with your parents. 2. List other activities you have done in your community that do not help conserve natural resources. 3. Come up with a one-day plan on what else can be done in your community to conserve natural resources. Present your plan to your parents. Congratulations, for you were able to accomplish the activity. Do not forget to include your output with your answer sheet during submission.
Wow! You did it! But we're not yet done. To check your understanding for the lesson, answer the post-assessment independently. Choose the letter that best answers the questions or complete the statement. Write the letter of your answer on your answer sheet. Ready? Go!
1. Which of the following is a renewable resource? A. Uranium as source of energy. B. Solar energy. C. Natural gas. D. Wood. 2. A resource that can be renewed or replaced is said to be A. Recyclable. B. Non-renewable. C. Renewable. D. Potentially renewable. 3. Which of the following does not belong to the natural capital or natural resource? A. Air. B. Land. C. Water. Or D. Energy from the sun. 4. Which of the following cannot be depleted by human activities? A. Trees. B. Solar energy. C. Natural gas. D. Coal. 5. Which of the following practices is the best way to improve soil fertility? A. Apply synthetic chemical fertilizer. B. Use composted agricultural wastes. C. Use burnt agricultural waste. D. All the above. Six. Which of the following is potentially renewable resource? A. Fish. B. Nara. C. Corn. D. All the three. Seven. Because animals produce young, they are considered A. Limited. B. Recyclable. C. Exhaustible. D. Renewable. 8. All these resources are non-renewable except blank. A. Gold. B. Water. C. Iron ore. D. Petroleum. Nine. When people practice conservation, they blank. A. Increase deposits of mineral resources. B. Stop their use of energy resources. C. Worsen the problem of scarcity. D. Use the resources wisely. Then, which of the following minerals cannot be recycled? A. Iron. B. Coal. C. Gold. D. Aluminum. Let's check your paper. Key answers are 1. B. Solar energy. 2. C. Renewable. 3. D. Energy from the sun. 4. B. Solar energy. 5. B. Use composted agricultural wastes. 6. D. All the three. 7. D. Renewable. 8. A. Gold. 9. D. Use the resources wisely. 10. A. Iron.
That's it. Congratulations and stay safe.